Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Capricorn for April 2021. Keep in mind, my friends, this is a general message, so take what you feel applies for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, but know that no matter what messages do come through with spirit, through the cards, it's still up to you and your active free will, my friends. That's your Grassroots Evolution, your power to do. So the choices you make and the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. So keep an open mind and a discerning mind as well, my friends, but keep an open heart through everything you do in this world. So before I get started as well, I do just want to say time is fluid, so I am asking Spirit to deliver messages for April 2021, but if you get this at a later date, it still may resonate. We may be picking up on something that's happening now, something that's happened in the past, something that is kind of a past life issue still kind of reverberating down into this lifetime, or something that hasn't happened yet. So keep an open mind, my friends. I'm going to ask at this time, I'm going to call in spirit. So we're going to call in any of your spirit guides who may be here for the highest good of the entire collective watching, as well as Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and my team of light to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you guys who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, as well as the most far-reaching of messages for you guys today. So no second-rate messages, my friends. I'm going to start off today with some spiritual advice from the Work Your Light Oracle. So this is for Capricorn Spirit. What messages would you have for Capricorn for April 2020? Wow. I almost want to say 2022. So actually this message could be pretty far-reaching. But you have two cards that came out here, both with roses. Roses may be really, really important for you guys. You get the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And the sisterhood of the rose is beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. You are meant in this world to help shed beautiful things, to help share beautiful things. Sorry, not shed them. But I feel like for some of you, this may be your hair, right? But I think that your purpose on this world, I tried to record this video just beforehand, and there was a lot of background noise, so I stopped it. But the Pleiades came out. I didn't get very far, but the Pleiades came out, which was talking about a double mission, how you're meant to help uplift humanity. And I think this is really important, even though it's not come out here. They're telling you to take the bottom of the deck. It's not the Pleiades, but it is to trust your path. And it says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? What would you do, right? What kind of stuff is it that's going to help uplift us, that's going to help us change our vibration and help uplift humanity as well and change the vibration of this earth? You're not alone. It's not your job to do alone. But there's something here that's really important, because with this mystic, with this teacher, this has come up quite a few times this month as well. And I feel like it's because a lot of those people, a lot of you guys who gravitate towards my channel, you're already doing that work to try and uplift humanity. You're working on yourselves, and I heard you're in a space of change. So Spirit is reminding you with this ever unfolding rose that it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. This can be really difficult to think about when we're in the midst of turmoil and change, however. But that whatever the universe is doing, whatever is shifting, it's to help pull you into alignment, what's meant for you. So remember, throughout whatever's happening, if things do seem difficult, that it's happening for you. The universe has a plan, and it could just be that, you know, even though the great things could have been in the past, but that cycle's over now, and it's time to welcome in even greater things into your world. So I want to also, they're telling me to read you a little bit of the ever unfolding rose. So I'm going to grab that, and we'll get that message for you. These cards have some pretty wonderful messages to them as well. Number 24. Okay. So I'm going to hold it up and let you look at it. And it says, the challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it. To let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at this moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open no matter what or how much it hurts. To continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing. to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not so distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket, and to trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. And the mantra that is with this says, everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. And one thing I want to say to you, my friends, is throughout this entire transformation and throughout your path, whatever's happening, like it said, any life that has been lived to the fullest has tragedies and it has triumphs. It has adventures and it has mishaps. And this is one of those places where we still need you to stay open. Even though you've been hurt or you may be hurting at this time, you need to keep your heart open, because one of the things I'm hearing is bitterness. One of the things that can happen when we're going through hurt and we choose to hold on to this and we choose to see it as the universe is happening to me, things aren't going well, like shit is just getting piled on my plate and I don't know how to handle it. We get this sense of overwhelm. So Spirit, I feel like, is really strong on going, you know what, even if life is hard right now, know that it won't be that long before things are starting to turn around. And you know, I'm also being guided to say, think about things in your life that you thought you would never get over, and here you may be 5 days, 10 days, 10 years down the line. It no longer bothers you, and you may see that those were actually opportunities. They weren't failings. They weren't something that was taken from you. It was something to help elevate you. Okay? So what I'm also hearing about that, and I'm hearing the words divine mission. Okay? So I definitely feel like this is still very connected to the reading that had the Pleiades came out, where your mission is to uplift humanity, is to help them as well on their mission. And this is going to take you having a different understanding of the things that have happened to you on an energetic level as well, and on a universal energy level, to be able to work through what you need to work your magic, my friends, and to help spread the beauty, help be a teacher, help other people understand the journey that they are going on, and also to help them understand that the way things that unfold in our life, I heard they may be sporadic, they may be completely unplanned, but usually the universe has a bigger picture that we may not all see, but it's for our highest good. So trusting your path, if you knew you would be supported, that is a huge question. What would you do? Would you change the world? If you knew you would be supported, would you help other people? I feel like this could be a lot of different things. It may pertain to a career opportunity, a job opportunity, right? It could be a relationship. It could be like a romantic interest. It could just be, in your world, a new way of living. And I heard a sense of dedication to yourself as well. And this is rather than, I heard taking initiative and holding space. So this could also be taking initiative in your own world to help things move along. I heard slowly, but to keep progressing, to know that things are in constant motion and constantly changing. This rose is ever unfolding. To remember as well that wherever we are in this moment, we're not going to be here long. We're going to change. We're going to bloom. And this rose, if it were to always stay in this tight little bud, we would never get the beauty of what it looks like when it opens up. But as it opens up, it's one step closer to that rose meeting its maker and disintegrating and becoming fertilizer, I guess, for the petals for all the other roses that are here to come. It's something I heard that to remind you that life is fleeting, that things can happen quickly, and that change is a constant thing, okay? So bringing beauty into this world, focusing on the beauty, this is really, I feel like, twofold for you guys. One is get out into nature, notice the beauty and the sounds and the smells of the earth, take a look at the landscapes, of their new colors, of the trees budding. Are you looking at your rose garden? Because if you have one, get out and smell them. Smell the beautiful aroma that's helping you connect with life as well. But this is also that there's beauty in this transformation, and as you go through your transformation, you're helping other people to grow as well by sharing what you know, what you've been through, and helping them see that along this path of life, along this ever unfolding rose, that there are beautiful things. So this beauty from the sisterhood of the rose may be, the beauty of your scars and the beauty of what it looks like when you overcome situations and transformation. This could be with your physical appearance, beautifying yourself and spreading that into the world, spreading your beautiful energy and that beautiful soul and sharing it with others as well. But to know that you are supported, and this is really a great time to do those considerations of, if I could do anything, what would I do? Because you are supported. Spirit's here to support you. I think it's mostly they're saying like it's going to be up to you and how you integrate this, and it takes your active free will. So also with that ever unfolding for the sisterhood rose and talking about beauty and devotion, it's also here teacher, right, for you to help teach other people. But I think it's also reminding you that beauty is not skin deep. Well, yes, many of us are very beautiful, right, and talented in a lot of things with our physical appearance, but this is inside, to recognize the beauty on the inside, to be able to be as beautiful inside as you are on the outside, and to allow these things to kind of merge and to spread, and to take that beautiful energy that you are from this heart and go right, and to kind of like allow this energy to build and to spread, right? That's what I'm hearing, build and spread. So I have the Wildwood Tarot here for a little bit of advice. They're throwing cards to the ground. The one that fell out on the table, the only one that's on the table, and there's 3 on the floor, is the 7 of Arrows, and this one kind of talks about insecurities. So it could be that you have some insecurities that you're working on overcoming. This could even be attached to the ever unfolding rose, saying, you know what, you're cracked open. And when we're open, this is a really vulnerable space, because we are being shown our insecurities, the things that we hold against ourselves, we may not like about ourselves, where we may feel a little bit inferior. And I think that this, my birds are crazy, but I think that this time too, with this to trust your path, you may be working through a lot of things that have made you feel unstable or insecure. So I'm going to put you on a pause while I grab those cards, and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I am back. So the 5 of Vessels showed itself like this. It was upright, and that's the 5 of Cups in ecstasy. And these 2 cards, which are the Ace of Arrows, or the Ace of Swords, and the Ancestor, which has also come up in a lot of the readings this month, are the ones that were flipped down. I think that there could be some things possibly either hidden from you right now, or it's just that I keep seeing the word breath. It's like the breadth or the width of this situation is really, really strong. So you've got certain things you can see right now, and then certain things that are kind of hidden. So what I see here is that there may be some insecurities. We know that, right? And this could be deep, deep-seated stuff, or confusions. This could be stuff that we've told us ourselves in our own head, things that have held us and stopped us from moving forward in our worlds. The 5 of Vessels here is oftentimes the 5 of Cups is people are sad, they're lonely, they need a change in their love life, but this I feel like is being really happy. And I heard single. It doesn't matter whether or not you have another romantic partner or relationship in your world for you to be happy and to express joy in your heart and to celebrate everything that you are. I feel like as well, many of you guys may have this insecurity though, that if you're single, that means that you're unlovable, or that we have to have a relationship for our lives to have meaning, and that is so not true, my friends. And there is a new understanding coming here. I definitely am hearing the mystic or teacher that either you, my friends, are very, very, very powerful teachers. You may be really, I heard, versed in magic with that mystic as well. Some of you may really identify with the priestess energy. But I think that here's the point where with this trust your path, this ancestor, we're moving through a threshold. We're crossing into something new. So we're moving on from an old way, an old outdated belief system, an old outdated way of living into a new one, into a new place that says, you know what, I have every right to feel ecstatic in this world, that my heart should be overflowing with joy, and I want to live this world in ways where I see the magic and I enjoy the wonder of everything that I do, and I'm connected to spirit. I think that's one of the most important things about this card with the Five of Cups or Five of Vessels in this, is that this is all connected to spirit. Fire, air, water, earth, spirit, all in balance. And to know that to live our fullest and most happy lives, this is where we're going to be. We're in balance with ourselves, we're in connection with ourselves, we're in connection with our heart, and we're moving forward and making changes that way. And I think that this is really gorgeous energy. And I think that once you are aware of some of the things that may make you feel a little insecure, we can help change that and reprogram our thoughts around that with this Ace of Swords. So let me get a little more clarification, please, Spirit. Tell me about the Ace of Arrows or Ace of Swords with the Ancestor. It happens in your head first, is what I heard. So you have the Mirror, which, wasn't that the bottom of the deck here? No, the Initiation is at the bottom. Which, to be honest, the Initiation with the Ancestor is rites of passage and crossing the threshold too. This is crossing this threshold right here, making the decision that we're going to step into a new world. We're going to step into the unknown. There's a lot happening right now. I'm hearing Elsa from Frozen, that right, that calling. I feel like there's a real calling here. We have the Mirror that's showing up here as well, which can be twofold. It could be our shadow self, but it's also looking at ourselves in an, I don't want to say a negative light, but it's looking at ourselves in, I want to say constructive, okay? To say, what are the things that are holding me back, right? Do I just not feel supported? Is this what causes me insecurity? But there's two things with this Mirror also coming out with the Five of Stones. And in the Five of Stones, often it's about being left out, but this talks about endurance. If there's places where you felt like life's difficult, you got through, my friends, using your own resources. And this is where I think you want to take a look in that mirror and see what you've accomplished in your world, right? What actions have you taken and steps have you taken to get what you desire? Are there places like with this thing, this funeral pyre, almost looks like, you know, when they're going to set ablaze. Is there something, is there some old part of you or old insecurity that you see that you're like, it is time to let you go? This is the time to do it. This card is kind of between the Death card, so between the transformation, and there's some meaning. I want to give you guys a little reading from the book from number 12. I opened up to Death, though, which is the journey for number 13. And number 12 here. So it says patience and prudence are key words here. Although trust plays a large part in the process of crossing to the island where insights into our own conscious workings may be revealed, the process differs from the journey of the hooded man who makes a conscious decision to withdraw and contemplate the universe. In the mirror, a surrender of will is required. Insights may come from dreams and meditations, but now is not the time to force the pace or drive on with a plan or desire until you have heard what your soul has to say. Your bruised and wounded spirit has been healed. Be patient. Let the journey commence and awaken afresh and full of energy, ready to deal with the world and the challenges that arises. This one also talks about Morgan as the healer and the initiator of Arthur, the Fisher King, the Lady of the Lake, as well as they're showing me Ceridwen's cauldron. Could be associated with mermaids, goddesses of sexual and healing energy as well. But I think that what I'm really focusing on here is with this mirror is this pyre. Is there something that you know is time to be released so that you can move on renewed, a lot more full of energy, a lot more full of ecstasy and joy and happiness in this world, and to create a positive place and create change? I think that throughout this process as well, with this idea of it's happening for you, not to you, there could be a lot of dark night energies, or this transformation where we're really needing to release things that no longer serve us, and release places where we think like, yeah, it's happening to me, I'm going through this struggle. Well, if you hadn't been through the struggle and you didn't have to do it on your own, you wouldn't be the strong individual that you are right now. You wouldn't be who you are. You'd be a little different version of yourself. So be thankful for all the experiences that have come for you, because they're helping you shape you, and they're helping to shape the way that you think, the way that you do things. I even heard like your thought projections as well. But that this is definitely time. There's smoke coming from the bow that this arrow has been shot up to. This arrow has been shot straight up. It's one of these things where I heard who knows where it's going to land, but it's time to definitely cross the threshold to get out of here, because if you stay right where the arrow was shot up, it may just come back and bite you. Okay, so you are being initiated right now. You are crossing the threshold into a new world. I strongly feel that your mission or your path, that you are being watched by others, even if you're not aware of it. And I still very feel the connection to whatever's happening with you. It's on a larger scale. You're going through it first so that you can help other people in that mission. Okay, so I'm going to bring a last message for you guys right now from the Earth Magic Oracle on some advice going forward. How long do we have? 20 minutes. Alright. So we have Gaia and nurturing. We have crystals and focus. And we have new moon and promise. These two cards feel like they're similar, and there's purple in both, the connection to the spirit. Where we put our focus and where we put our intention is where this energy can grow. I think as well, it's really important right now to focus on what is it that I want. To focus on as well the reflection that you see, so that we can work through the stuff that you're going through, so this reflection is going to be a little bit more clear. And this is also focusing on this earth, nurturing yourself, nurturing the planet as well. I heard taking care to recycle, right? Doing the things that we know we can do. And this is a place in active transformation as well. The new moon of promise here as well. I believe that we are currently actually entering into a new moon right now. I'm filming on the 12th. There's a new moon that's either come through or is coming through. And this is where it's important to really look at right now where you've been in the past, where are you now, and what's the life I'd like to create for myself in the future. Right? This could be sitting down and writing out your intentions and focusing on things that you can do. Right? Focusing on what you'd like to see in the world, and how are you able to take steps, or what action-oriented goals can you do to get you closer to that. They keep showing me nurturing as well, and this is, I think, reminding you to take really good care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to nurture your feelings, and to nurture your vulnerable side, right? So that while you are looking in this mirror, while you are making decisions, and while you are kind of investigating as well, as what I heard, it's to really, really make the connections on this earth. Because as much as we are a wonderful multi-dimensional person, and we can connect with the higher levels and the higher realms, we can connect with spirit, we also need to stay very grounded and focused on this earth, because that is what we are here for, and you are here to help build a better earth. So focus on the changes you want to see, focus on the actions you can do, and set yourself some intentions so that you are kind of, I heard focused mind, body, and soul, right? This is a three-way different thing. We know that we can connect with spirit. We're connecting with our own heart space. We're connecting with our own path, and we're doing it in a way that puts authority in our own hands. So focus on what you can do. Know that whatever's happened to you in your life, it has been a guiding force to help you to teach other people. I really strongly believe this. Trust your path. Take those initial steps and create change in the world by You know, this could be by the way you speak, by the way that you think. But you're definitely, I think, going to be changing the way you think about what's happening in your world right now as well. That's a really important part of this as well. It's just that whatever is happening, your understanding of it happening for you instead of to you, that's a big one. That's a game changer. So that's the message I have. I hope it resonated. I hope it helps. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.